Hello, welcome back to Cracker Creations. Today's video is going to be an update of what's going on down here in the basement and in the Lego room before we start decorating for Christmas. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of a review. If you haven't watched this lately, we have finished the basement. We've got some decor up here. We've got a couple sets over here. Some of my custom builds there, the Walt animatronic and the partner statue. We've got the Star Wars set there, the Darth Vader march down the hallway there. And then we've got some of the memorabilia out. If you haven't caught a lot of this, there are videos that I go through it a little more in detail there. But I wanted to show you guys everything before we start decorating the room in here as well for Christmas. So the latest build we picked up in Chicago was this villain set here. I kind of added that rose in the back there, kind of moved the timepiece around a little bit to fit on the shelf there. I think that looks great there on the wall art area. We've got the bucket up there. I don't have it levitating right now. Got the Fast Pass. Some people were asking about that. A big Fast Pass from the Haunted Mansion. That's a throwback to the early 2000s. And then all the memorabilia that we have around the wall art here. So eventually, like I said, I'm going to start getting some more lighting in here. I don't have the lights on right now, but we're going to get some lighting in the backdrop there as well. But this turned out really well. It's pretty much like I envisioned, just a good entrance into the park itself. Over here on the table, we have I've got the Indiana Jones build from the Great Movie Ride, and that is something that we are going to work on. I am in the process here. I've got a bunch of pieces here. I'm going to make that next room after the Indiana Jones area. When you come through and they have the little skit where the driver of the ride vehicle exchanges back to the original. And so I'm going to build that as well because I want to display that somewhere out here in the room. And we'll take a look at the Chinese theater as well as we get in here. So let's go on back to the park. And again, if you haven't watched me before, this is the Magic Kingdom in Lego and the resort area. Now, excuse the mess a little bit. I'm trying to get organized for the Christmas season and get everything together. We had just, I just got the tracks down on Main Street, and I kind of filled up Main Street with a bunch of visitors all the way down. And actually that empty spot right there was the omnibus, which I can put back there right now. Let's get that back in there. So we have the omnibus in there, and that's what kind of took that space up there. But what we're trying to do is just kind of get some of these projects completed. I've been really busy, so I haven't gotten to some of the things that that I had talked about earlier. But as we come down here, especially Fantasyland, where I really got gangbusters there, and I worked on the Great Goofini or the Barnstormer. And I've got to do some work to finish up around there. I still want to get tiled into all the tiles down in Fantasyland there. We're working on the train station back here. Someone mentioned it's a little messy right here. I need to get some more lighting for Tron, and that is true. I need to do that. That'll be coming soon too, or at some point. I shouldn't say soon. I say that, and I get really busy. So this is kind of the state of the park right now. Obviously, I want to get the new area, the new cars area back there, started a little more. Like I said, I did that first rendition that they gave, that picture. I'll get back there in a little bit, but I need to update that and get it close to the picture that they have. I've been waiting for them to build a little more down there too. So up here, we've got a little bit of a mess. Because I've got some floats up here. I had just made the Haunted Mansion float with the haunt buggies there from the ride, and then the mini Haunted Mansion from Disneyland that I made into a float. But this is the view from the front here. I'm going to get some closer views here. People were asking for closer views. Down here in the Polynesian, where we have the volcano pool. It looks like Joey's still floating there in the pool. That's a zero entry pool that we look right across at the Magic Kingdom and the castle. So I've got the new build for at the Polynesian. The new hotel, I've got to work on that a little bit to get more into play there. I do have another building for the Grand Floridian. I believe it's down there in a package. So I've got to get that built and placed. I was going to put another piece like here or reconfigure this area right here to kind of update and upgrade the Grand Floridian a little bit. So we also do have I've actually got Lilo and Stitch, the house there. So I thought it was the best because it needed to be by a beach, that I put it right there as we go from the Polynesian to the Grand Floridian, and right next to the wedding pavilion. So I do take a little bit of license. Obviously, you guys that have been with us for a while know I kind of create a little bit of change here and there with the park, play with it a little bit. But now we're on the other side here, and you kind of see down Main Street here. I've thrown around the idea of redoing that the right side of Main Street. So that could be something that I look into soon here too, but not for sure. Here we are at this side of the park, which I have pretty much neglected for a while. If you guys were with me, you knew I had to take the train through the Pirates ride here and in between because I already ran out of room from the changeover. But I've got a pile of people here. I've got to get and work on tiling the rest. You can see I've tiled all the way up to this point. I need to tile the water here. And we've got the lights in there, but I need to do a lot of work on this area. What the mainstay is, and this is the first thing that I had changed, was the Jungle Cruise. And so obviously I've got the IP of Avatar. I don't know what I'm not thinking about today, but Avatar. And I've got that. I've got some Lion King mixed in there if you haven't seen that. And we've got the ride vehicle over there, the boat. And then across from that, like I said, we've got Jack Sparrow in the final scene for the Pirates of the Caribbean there. So, like I said, not a lot of change over here. Been really busy. I actually have this set sitting right here with Jack Sparrow doing a little lightsaber training with R2 there and talking to Princess Leia on the hologram there. And as we come back here, I'll get back into the park here in a second, but I wanted to show you guys this. Some people were asking about the Great Movie Ride. Now, my lighting's not good back here right now. I'm thinking about changing the table and trying to get this moved out. I want to have this and the Indiana Jones section. And you might ask, why did I do this? It's one of our mainstays that we really liked. I know it's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, but we loved it when it was a Great Movie Ride. It was just a family ride that we liked to go on. The kids really liked it. And so we recreated it down here. And I think it turned out real well. I need to light it. That's what I really need to do, is get some custom lights and get it lit up and get it showcased as well. So as we get down into here, we even have the footprints and the cast that was made by the famous, all the actors. There's Julie Andrews there. What do we have right there? R2 and C-3PO. We've got Rocky Balboa. We've got a couple more back there. We've got the Avengers. If we can get down into there, all the different Avengers and that. We've had them back there before. Like I said, I haven't been working on this in a while, but definitely that is something on the horizon. As we look around here, I've got all the floats here on a small table. And so things are a little bit in disarray right now, but that's what I'm trying to do is get it organized. We're going to, like I said, in a couple weeks here, we are going to decorate for Christmas as they do down at Disney, and kind of get things rolling a little bit. Okay. Let me take you now down Main Street, and I'll kind of show you what we do to get down Main Street. We're going to move this table out. We'll get down Main Street there and kind of go from there. All right, and here we are. We've got that moved. Let's take a look at that. So I just got that on rollers there. We rolled that out so I can get down Main Street. How I had it before in the other area of the basement, I could not reach at all down Main Street. So recently, I still have that parade down Main Street. I added the tracks. I still have the parade down Main Street, but I'm going to get some close-up views as we go down Main Street here. See if I can get some good ones here. People were asking, seeing different minifigures and that inside the build here. And as you can see, we have a couple new builds, and we have that parade going down Main Street. Kind of gives you a good bird's eye view here of everything. Get around to the firehouse. And I did change that date up there to 1971 when the park was completed and opened. Or not completed, I guess I should say, but opened. And there is around the statue of Roy and Minnie. And then as we go down Main Street here, all the way down to the partner statue. And there is the original partner statue that I made. And we have the new one out in the room I just showed you a while ago. And then as we look here, we can look over into Adventureland. There is the Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, and we got Winnie the Pooh and the gang there. And like I said, we will be working on completing that area. We've got Tom Sawyer's Island is gone. We've had that for a while, since the first concept art right in front of Tiana's Bayou Adventure. We've got the Country Bear Jamboree over there, and all into Big Thunder Mountain back there, which has just been redone down there. A little bit of a mess over there as well, because we are going to, like I said, reconfigure that. And what I'll do is in another video, I will work more on that side, take a look at that at an upcoming video. So stay tuned for that. Hope you guys like everything we're doing here. I just recently updated the Winnie the Pooh ride. All I had really was that set. So now I have the actual ride itself. So what I'll do is I'll probably come back, shoot another video later in the week. And what we'll do is we'll look at Fantasyland. We'll look at Frontierland, get back in those pocket holes over there so I can get some better views. And kind of show the rest of it before we start decorating for Christmas, okay? So this year we've got some more ideas. I've got to get some more lighting. We're going to be working on a lot of different things in the park for the year to come. So it's just a fun hobby for me. It's very relaxing. I really enjoy the comments and the Discord with everybody online. That's great. I really appreciate everyone watching and sharing and liking. Don't forget, we also will probably do a special decor in the contemporary and around the hotels as well. So lots to come here. like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below. And until next time, guys, we will see you soon. Bye-bye now.